So energy is stored in a capacitor. So let us see. So here consider these are two plates of capacitor, clear ma? And this battery is having a potential of V. So initially these capacitor plates placed of this capacitor, they are uncharged, clear ma? So if these plates of uncharged capacitor, if I connect it to a potential difference of V, then can you say what will happen? If I connect them to a potential difference of V, then what will happen ma? So this positive plate, that what you call the positive terminal of the battery, it starts attracting electrons from this plate and it starts depositing electrons on the other plate. Clear? So this plate is going to lose electrons, this plate is going to gain electrons. Okay, so let us consider one or two electrons it has taken from here and it has deposited on the second plate. So it obtained a small charge of, let the small charge which is present is plus Q. Clear nama? If it is losing electrons, then it will gain positive charge, no? So this is a small plus Q amount of charge and this is a small minus Q amount of charge which is present. Clear? Now the capacitors are not fully charged. Capacitors are not fully charged. Only some of the electrons it has taken from here and it has deposited on the second plate. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. Now further transfer of electrons will happen, no? Further transfer of electrons also will happen. And to transfer that further electrons, definitely battery should do some work. Are you able to understand? So initially this was neutral. This plate also was neutral. So very easily I can transfer an electron from here and I deposit this one on the second plate. So this becomes a positively charged, this becomes a negatively charged plate. But then to remove one more electron, it becomes quite tougher. It be to remove one more electron, I have to do work. Can you say what is the reason? To transfer one electron, I can do work very easily. But to transfer a second electron, I have to do some work. What is the reason? Can you say my anybody? To transfer one electron, it takes less amount of work. But to transfer next electron, I have to do some more work. What is the reason? Repulsive forces are existing, or instead of repulsive forces I can say, so because this is a positively charged plate, no? If I have removed one electron, this plate has become positively charged plate. So if I have to remove one more electron, then there will be a strong force of attraction between positive charge and negative charge. So very easily I cannot take one more electron from this plate, and similarly when I travel up to here, there will be force of repulsion also. So already this plate is a negative plate, no? If I should deposit one more electron on this plate, forces of repulsion are acting. And to oppose these forces, definitely we have to do some work. Clear? So that is the reason why battery should do work to continuously take the negative charges and deposit on the second plate. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. So therefore, a small amount of work done to deposit a small amount of charge. How can I write down? So dW is equals to V into dQ. Already we have studied this one, no? dW is equals to V into dQ. Work done is what? Work done is a potential difference multiplied by the charge which you are transferring from one place to another place. Clear? So therefore dW is equals to V into dQ. Now if I should transfer a total amount of charge of Q, therefore what I will write? So just integrate on both sides. So integration of dW is equals to W is equals to integration of V into dQ. Clear, ma? So we have Q is equals to C into V and we have V is equals to Q divided by C. So substitute that value here. W is equals to integration of, instead of V I can write Q by C into dQ. So W is equals to, C is a constant, I can take it outside. So 1 by C integration of Q into dQ. Clear, ma? And what are the limits of integration? Limits of integration, Q I am integrating with respect to dQ, no, ma? It means I should start from 0 charge and I should deposit a charge of capital Q on both these what you call plates. So on this one plus Q should be deposited, on the other plate minus Q should be deposited. So magnitude of charge deposited is from 0 to Q. These are my limits of integration. Clear, nama? So therefore 1 by C integration of Q with respect to dQ is what? Q square divided by 2. Our limits are applied from 0 to Q. So work done is equals to, so therefore half into, this is C, no? So 1 by C into integrate into capital Q square divided by 2. So therefore Q square divided by 2C. So that will be our equation for work done. So to charge the plates of a capacitor. Are you able to understand, ma? And that work done will be stored as energy in the capacitor in the form of electric field. Clear? So write down. So therefore, the work done to transfer charges, work done to transfer charges will be how much? It is equals to q square divided by 2c. And this work done will be stored as electrostatic energy in between the plates of capacitor. Are you able to understand, ma? So this is according to law of conservation of energy, no? So if you are doing work, that work should be converted into some form of energy. So the work which you are doing to transfer electrons from one plate to another plate, that work done itself will be stored as energy in between the capacitors in the form of electrostatic field. Are you able to understand, ba? So this this has become a positively charged plate, and continuously this has become a negatively charged plate. So there will be some electric field which will be present in between these plates because of positive or negative charges. So existence of electric field is an example of existence of energy between the plates. If there is electric field, then definitely it means that energy has been done or work has been done to transfer electrons or to transfer charges on both the plates. Are you able to understand, ma? So existence of electric field is a proof of work done by the battery to transfer charges from one plate to another plate. Okay, ma? That's all. So this is the energy stored in a capacitor. So what is the first equation we got? Q square divided by 2c. Clear? Completed, ma, up to here? So the equation which we have written is energy stored in a capacitor, or just you can call this one as U also, or just you can call it as W also. So this is the amount of work done, this is the energy stored, and energy stored in what form of energy? Energy stored in the form of potential energy. Clear, no? Because that is the definition of potential energy, no? So the amount of energy stored because of configuration of the body is also called as potential energy. What is meant by configuration? Arrangement. Arrangement is nothing but configuration. So this energy is existing only because of arrangement of these charges. Clear, Nama? So mechanical energy, we have two types, no? Kinetic energy and potential energy. Definitely this is not kinetic energy. This is not kinetic energy. This is the energy possessed only because of arrangement of charges. So this is what kind of energy? This is potential energy. So work done in the form of energy, which is stored in the form of potential energy, is equals to q square divided by 2c. Q square divided by 2c. Clear, number? Then we have C is equals to Q by V, no? C is equals to Q by V. So substitute in this relation. Then let us see what is the equation I will get. Clear, ma? So therefore, potential energy is equals to Q square divided by 2 into, instead of C, I will write Q by V. So Q and square gets cancelled. So Q into V divided by 2. So therefore, this is one more equation for energy stored in between the plates of the capacitor, which is called as half Q into V. Clear, ma? This is one relation. Similarly, energy stored, what is the first equation? Q square divided by 2C. And we have Q is equals to C into V also, no? So from this same relation, we get this relation. Now instead of Q square, you substitute C square into V square. So instead of Q square, I will write C square V square divided by 2C. So C and square will get cancelled. So half CV square. So this is one more equation for energy stored in between the plates of the capacitor. Clear, ma? So there are basically three equations we can use for finding out the energy stored in between the plates of the capacitor. What are the different energies, ma? Half CV square, Q square divided by 2C, and the third one is half into Q into V. Clear? So these are the three equations which I can use. So depending upon the given data, any of these equations you can use for calculating energy stored. Okay? Come on. So this is the equation for energy stored. Clear, ma? Now let us write the next concept of heat dissipated. So heat dissipated while charging the capacitors. while charging the capacitors. Are you able to understand, ma? So first of all, can you say while charging capacitors, why heat will be generated? Can you say me? While charging capacitors, why heat will be generated, or why some energy will be lost as heat energy? Clear, ma? Can you say anybody? So while transferring charges, clear, what will happen? So because of resistance of conductor, some of the energy will be lost as heat energy. Clear, ma? So every conducting wire will have a capacitance, but when you compare to semiconductors or insulators, conductors have very less resistance, but still they have some resistance definitely. Clear, nama? So for example, if this is a plate, this is second plate, and here we are connecting them to a battery. So therefore what is happening? Continuously electrons are being transferred from one plate to another plate. So continuously this becomes a positive plate, this becomes a negative plate. This is what is going to happen. And to transfer these electrons, definitely we have to overcome the resistance which is present in this wire. And to overcome that resistance, battery should do some work. Clear, nama? It means out of the total energy generated by the battery, only some of the energy is used for depositing the charges. Remaining energy is used for overcoming the resistance of the wire. Are you able to understand? Okay. So before connecting the plates to battery, clear, ma? So potential difference between plates was how much? It was 0. There was no potential difference. Clear, ma? Then after charging, plates have a potential difference of V. Are you able to understand, ma? So before connecting the plates to the battery, these what you call plates, they were not charged plates, no, they were uncharged plates. So there was no electric field between them, there was no potential difference between them. Clear, no, ma? But after connecting them to a battery, what is the potential of this battery? Potential of this battery is V. So potential in between the capacitors also will become V, or potential in between the plates of this capacitor also will become V. Clear, ma? So to give a potential of V, what will be the amount of work done? That already we know. Clear, no, ma? Therefore, to give a potential of V, clear, no, ma? We should transfer some charges. So therefore work done will be how much? Work done will be equal to V into Q. Clear, no, ma? So this already we have studied, no? So the amount of work done to transfer V, Q amount of charge, so that potential difference will become V, that is equals to W is equals to V into Q. That will be the amount of work done. Are you able to understand? Okay. But energy stored in between the plates of capacitor. Energy stored in between the plates of capacitor is how much? It is only half QV. This equation already we have derived, no, ma? All of you are able to understand, ma? So to give a potential of V, how much work I have to do? I have to do a work of W is equals to V into Q. But how much energy is stored? Only half QV amount of energy is stored. Then what happened to the remaining energy? What happened to the remaining energy, ma? Battery has supplied this much energy. Battery has supplied this much energy. But energy stored relation already we have calculated now, which is only half QV. It means remaining energy should have been converted into heat energy. Clear? That's all. That is our answer. So therefore, how can I write here? So therefore, relation, how can I write? I can write like this. Work done by battery is equals to energy stored in between the plates of the capacitor, energy stored plus heat generated. So where this heat generated has obtained, that is also obtained from battery only. Clear, nama? So work done by battery, it is doing two types of works. So one work is it is storing some energy in between the plates of the capacitor, and remaining energy it is being dissipated as heat energy. Clear now? So therefore, work done by battery is how much? Total work done by battery is Q into V. Clear Nama? Energy stored in between the plates of capacitors is half Q into V. Clear Nama? And remaining is what? Heat generated. So therefore, what is the equation for heat generated Ma? Heat generated is equals to QV minus half QV, which is equals to half QV. Clear? So this will be our equation for heat generated. So therefore, by looking at these equations, what I understand? Total work done by the battery, only half of the energy is being deposited as a potential energy in between the plates of the capacitor. Remaining energy is being wasted as heat energy. Okay. So therefore, for heat generated also I got same relation. No, energy stored also half QV, heat generated also half QV. So therefore, other equations of heat generated, how can I calculate? Other equations of heat generated can be written as half CV square also, and Q square divided by 2C also I can write. Clear? So same amount of energy is stored in between the plates of the capacitor. Same amount of energy is wasted as heat energy also. That is the concept. Okay. Okay, ma? So next topic is energy density. What is meant by energy density? Let us write. Okay, ma? So the amount of energy stored in between the plates of capacitor, in between the plates of capacitor, clear ma? Per unit volume is called energy density. Clear? So total energy which is stored in between the plates of capacitor already we have calculated nama. It is Q square by 2C, half CV square, clear nama, and half Q into V. These are the equations for energy stored. But now we are calculating the amount of energy stored in between the plates of capacitor per unit volume. Clear nama? So let us calculate this equation with the help of equation of parallel plate capacitors, and the same equation will be applied for every capacitor. Okay? So therefore, let us calculate. For a flat parallel plate capacitor, clear nama? Equation of energy stored is so much, equation of energy stored is half CV square. And what is the equation for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor? C is equals to E naught A divided by D. This is the equation for capacitance, no? E naught A divided by D. Already we have derived this one. Equation for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Clear, nama? Similarly, if this is the capacitor, clear, ma? Distance between the plates of capacitor is D, and potential difference between the plates of this capacitor is V. Therefore, V, how can I write? V can be written as E into D, no, ma? V can be written as E into D, because already we have written many times, no? So E is equals to minus dV divided by dr. So therefore, dV can be written as E into dr if you are neglecting the negative symbol. Clear? So therefore, this is in differential form. In general form, I can write V is equals to E into dr. Dr means what? Distance. So how potential is changing with respect to distance? So distance between the plates is D. So therefore, I can write V is equals to E into D. Now substitute all these values. If I substitute all these values, let us see what I will get. So C is equals to, this I should be pronouncing as epsilon naught, but I have a problem of pronouncing this one as E naught. So yesterday one lecturer called me and he said that, why are you pronouncing this one as E naught? This one is epsilon naught. So I said sorry to him, okay. But I have that habit of pronouncing this one as E naught. This is epsilon naught. Clear? Okay. So C is equals to E naught A divided by D. Clear? Now substitute all these relations. So energy stored is half CV square, half into capacitance is how much? E naught A divided by D multiplied by V square. Potential difference is E into D, no? So I can write E into D whole square. So therefore, U is equals to half into E naught A by D multiplied by E square into D square. So D and square get cancelled. So E is equals to half E naught E square, half epsilon naught into electric field square multiplied by A into D. Clear, Nama? So I got relation up to here. Now can you say what is A and what is a D here? A means what? D means what? Can you say? A is area. A is the area of the plates. D is the distance between the plates. Clear, Nama? Area of each plate is A. And distance between the plates is D. So area multiplied by D. Can you say what it will be? Area multiplied by distance. It will give volume, no? So therefore, how I can write energy stored is equals to half E naught E square multiplied by volume. Clear, Nama? And what is meant by energy density? Amount of energy stored in between the plates of capacitor per unit volume. So take this V and write here. So therefore I will write U by V is equals to half into epsilon naught into E square. Clear, Nama? So this is the amount of energy stored per unit volume in between the plates of any capacitor. So actually we have done this calculation by taking a parallel plate capacitor to be our basic. But this equation is satisfied for any kind of capacitor, whether it is a spherical capacitor, whether it is a cylindrical capacitor, whatever it may be, equation is satisfied. So half into epsilon naught into E square. Clear, Nama? So this is a capital U, this is a capital V. And directly we have one symbol for representing energy density also, that is generally represented by small u, like this. Clear, Ma? So what is meant by small u here? Energy density, which is called as energy stored per unit volume, is represented by u there. Clear? Come on, make a note up to here. So this is the equation for energy. Okay, Ma? So this is the amount of energy which is stored per unit volume in between the plates of any kind of capacitor. Are you able to understand, Ma? So from where we got this energy? Because to deposit charges, definitely we have to do some work, no, Ma? And that work itself will be stored as potential energy in between the plates of capacitor. But condition is some of the energy is wasted as heat energy also. Remaining energy is stored as this amount of energy per unit volume. Clear, no, Ma? So by using the same relation, I will try to calculate what is the potential energy stored for a spherical capacitor. So for a these are the equations for parallel plate capacitor only, Ma. Clear, Ma? Equations for parallel plate capacitor. By using the same relation, now I want to calculate a potential